Hello everyone and welcome to Dr. Rajesh Biogenesis. In this video I will be explaining the various symmetry elements and point group of one of the most important organic molecules, allene. Whenever we choose allene, it is often very difficult for the student to imagine the symmetry elements, because in most of the literature the allene is represented this way and some symmetry elements are shown. But having an experience of over 16 years for teaching CSIR, GATE and PG students, I develop my own methods and also I show the students particular models and various structures where the student gets easy information about symmetry. Symmetry and group theory is like a nightmare for some students. But if you can get deeper and if you can understand all the concepts, symmetry is one of the most interesting chemistry topics that you have. Having said this, now let us come to the molecule, the first representation that I am showing. This is how the molecule is oriented. The two double bonds which are adjacent to one another will be perpendicular to one another. And due to these adjacent double bonds, the two identical CH2 units, they also become staggered to one another. I am just calling this as a staggered one. In this class, I will be giving you that guidelines which will be very useful for your complete symmetry and group theory. You can just listen to this. In whichever molecule you have two identical units that are staggered to one another, such a molecule will belong to D and D point group. And for D and D point group, you try to find out the principal axis. Based on that, N will be given. For allene, it is C2. Therefore, allene belongs to D to D point group. For any D and D point group, the symmetry elements will be identity. Cn and Nc2 is perpendicular to it along with N sigma D. There will be an Sn which is an S2n. So, double the improper axis. Double the proper axis will be the improper axis. For allene, since there is a C2 rotational axis as the principal axis, there will be S4 improper axis. All these symmetry elements have been represented here. Since D and D has 4n symmetry elements, order of the point group is 4n, where n is 2, altogether there are 8 symmetry elements, and I have put all the 8 symmetry elements. To represent these symmetry elements, I have taken all the structures that are possible. In the first case, I will be representing the C2, which is the principal axis, followed by two C2s perpendicular to the principal axis. Also, there are two sigma D and there is a S4 axis. S4 will generate two symmetry elements, S41 and S43. S42 is a C2 which is a repetitive element, therefore we do not consider it. Before entering into these symmetry elements, now I will give you one more guideline which is very useful for the complete symmetry unit. Wherever you have staggered units, you try to represent in like a Newman projection from your organic chemistry. Once you represent in this way, suppose if this is the molecule, now I am watching it from this way, right? Exactly when you watch it from your side, you can see only the front carbon, rear carbon you cannot see. Rear carbon is the back carbon. The two hydrogens on the front carbon are vertical with respect to you, and the two hydrogens on the rear carbon are horizontal with respect to you, or with respect to me as standing. In this case, you can just watch, these two are considered as the corners. Considered in the sense it is not found in any literature. I have given some guidelines, so only from that I am telling you. You just consider them to be the corners. These are the corners, opposite corners, opposite corners. And when I have drawn it in this way, you can see there is some space, there is some space. Now come to the most important guideline. Wherever you have two identical units that are staggered to one another, then from the opposite corners dihedral plane will pass. From the opposite corners dihedral plane will pass. Between the groove or between these two corners there is some space. Through that groove C2s will pass. That is the conclusion again. Okay, I am repeating. From the opposite corners sigma D will pass. From the opposite grooves or opposite spaces C2s will pass. This is the opposite space. This is the opposite space. C2s are passing. Anyway, this is your principal axis. So these two are perpendicular to the principal axis. Now let me show you these symmetry elements. First of all, if this is the allene, that C2 is passing towards you, and as I rotate by 180 degree, it is giving an equivalent configuration. If you take this to be 1, I rotate, 1 is going down. equivalent structure. I rotate by another 180, it is giving identical structure. Even from a side view I am showing it. If I am passing a C2, rotate by 180, equivalent structure, rotate by another 180, identical structure. That C2 operation is completed. C2 I passed for the first time, I am getting an equivalent structure, then I pass it for a second time, I get a identical structure. And this is a C2 which is pointing towards you. Since it is towards you, we represent it by a dot, clockwise conventional rotation. Dot clockwise conventional rotation will give you identical structure. In the second case, this is the C2. How to visualize in this molecule? If I hold allene in this manner, I try to pass a C2 from above, I rotate by 180, I don't get an equivalent structure. Or I am passing from here, from the central carbon. These two are vertical with respect to you. I rotate by 180, I am not getting an equivalent configuration. Then what I need to do is to imagine C2 in this way. Not this way, but in this way. Then you have to rotate. So for convenience, you look at the molecule in this way, exactly pointing towards you. It will look like a X. Okay. Now once it is looking like an X, you take the reference of one atom. Let me ask you to take the reference of the top right. This is your top right atom, bottom left, towards you, and these are away. For away, this is your top left and bottom right. Take towards you carbon atom and top right hydrogen. When I rotate again, top right hydrogen must be exchanged with another top right hydrogen. Let's look. I have rotated by 180 degree. Now again you are getting a hydrogen. So this is a equivalent configuration. This is one C2. Now let me represent another C2. This hydrogen, if exchanged by another hydrogen, we get an equivalent configuration. It is exchanged by another hydrogen. It means there are two C2s, 1 and 2, that are perpendicular to one another. Also they are perpendicular to the principal axis. So one C2 which is the principal axis, two other C2s that are perpendicular. So this is the rotation clockwise, One time rotation is exchanging the atoms, giving an equivalent configuration. I rotate by a second time. And these are the C2s that are secondary, therefore we represent it by a C2 prime, or you can also call it as a C2 double prime. I can simply call this as the principal axis C2, these two could be C2 prime and C2 double prime, or you can put C2 prime just to differentiate them. C2s are completed. Then come to sigma d. I told you from the opposite corners sigma d will pass. I am holding the molecule this way, these two are the opposite corners, pass a sigma d. That will bisect and come out from here. This is one plane. This is a second plane. This plane is passing from these two corners. Okay. So this is one plane, bisecting the molecule into symmetrical halves, and a second plane. Sigma d's are also completed. C2, two C2s perpendicular to it, one sigma d and a second sigma d. Finally coming to S4. Why do we take S4? Suppose that I take S2, which is a combination operation. S2 means a C2 and a plane perpendicular to it. This plane will pass through the central carbon. I pass this half will reflect towards you. Since reflection cannot be shown, I am rotating this way. Okay, it means this is coming towards you. But this is not an equivalent configuration, therefore S2 is absent. Hence what we take is S2n. S2n is S4. S4 means a C4 rotation, which is not giving an equivalent configuration, but need not bother about it because Sn is a combination operation. Rotation followed by perpendicular reflection should bring the molecule into equivalent configuration. Now rotation followed by perpendicular reflection brought the molecule into equivalent configuration. I am showing it again. You just watch it carefully. From here there is a C4 rotation 90 degree. Then pass a plane perpendicular to it. Away half will reflect towards you, and that is a equivalent configuration. How many times should we pass? Since it is an S4 axis, S41, S42, S43 and S44 will give you an identical configuration because S4 is even numbered. If this is odd numbered, then you have to perform double the number of operations to get identical configuration. If it is S3, you have to perform S3 1, 2, 3 and then 4, 5, 6. S3, 6 will give you identity. But it is even number, therefore S4 1, 2, 3, 4 will give you identical configuration. I have represented all those structures, you can just watch it. Now C4 is towards you. Conventional clockwise rotation, C4 1 90-degree rotation, 1 and 2 which is vertical with respect to you will come this direction, 3 and 4 is coming this direction. Later on we are passing a sigma h, that sigma h is passing through the central carbon, you can check this. Okay, this is 1. Now as I rotate, 1 is coming towards your left hand side. Then I am passing a plane from the central carbon, I cannot show it here, anyway if you want I can just represent this way. This is the sigma h. So as I pass a sigma h, now this is 4 and 3, this 4 and 3 will reflect towards you. 1 and 2 will move away from you. This is one operation, combination operation, and it is giving you an equivalence configuration. I want identical, therefore I have done S42. S42 means C42 and a sigma h. Again equivalent. S43. S43 means C43 and a sigma h. I still got an equivalent structure. Finally I have performed S44. S44 means C44 and a sigma h. I finally got an identical structure which you can compare it with the original one. That is how we can represent all the symmetry elements for any particular molecule, and this is for allene, it belongs to D to D point group. It was also a previous CSR exam question that was asked for 4 marks. What is the point group of allene? You have to just remember what are the different symmetry elements that are present. Most important point, for D and D point group, whenever n is even, inversion will be absent, but whenever n is odd, inversion will be present. This is even, therefore inversion is absent. Whenever it is odd, inversion will be present. Now in staggered ethane, is inversion present? The answer should be yes, because it belongs to D3D, 3 is odd, inversion is present. Staggered ferrocene, inversion will be there, staggered chromocene, inversion will be absent. So it is only from the deep understanding you can study symmetry. Correlated to symmetry is group theory. Okay. In some other videos we will be dealing more and more complicated molecules. Simple molecules you can find it everywhere, but complicated molecules, if you discuss and if you are able to perform all the symmetry operations, that will build up a lot of confidence in you. Okay. Thank you.